Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. He leaves it with his back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are 2 conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for room. It's Baxter. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. quarterback on first down wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field, and they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And they got him for the sack. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that can get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback checking off. The play action fake. Under heat, he gets rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. At the 45, on his way. The expressway is wide open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Trying to pick up a first down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Baxter. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pulls it in. It's Green. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Handoff from the gun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell This is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that point.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? In the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Judkins. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this now.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have the talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Going deep. He's got it inside the 25. Off to the races to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. First down here for the offense. On the ground with the counter. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. They're bringing heat. And his throw is incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Goes to the option. Now the toss. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. They'll run the option. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. They're trying to get to it. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
He lets it fly. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch But you see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. He's loose. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas State has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Purdue. For now, it's back to you, fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making...
He tries to take the top off. Snatches it on the right. And Clemson might just be rolling out another dude at quarterback. They've had 3 guys throw for more than 10,000 yards, including the great Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and it feels like every year you're going, okay, yeah, that guy, he's next. He's next in line to be that dude because they do a good job with their QBs and finding them, recruiting them, and then developing them and really using their skill sets great. That's why Clemson had that stretch of such dominance in college football.
They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Now on first down from the 30. The hand to the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Moving away from pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. They put together an 81-yard drive. They closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough to go to attack.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique.
Unloads it downfield. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the option. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They move on top here in the 4th. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of room to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. And the Tigers are in the hurry up. They'll go to the toss. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Obliterates him, still on the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're clawing and they're scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
He'll try the left side. Nice move to stay on his feet.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Caught in the backfield. It's Thurman. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Marshall is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 21 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback checking the play. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. They're working that left side. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Grab near the marker. It's Turner. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that is another first down.
Back to the air one more time. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. The give to the left side. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think
going over the top. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
this is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.